KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome back to the tour around the world featuring X-Plane 10. Sounds like someone's taking off over there. Can we see him? I can hear him. I like plane spotting. It's just kind of neat to see what others are doing. Now it sounds like they're going away. So yeah, this is an exciting flight because, you know, like we've had on the other ones, I've been downloading scenery from the Scenery Gateway, bringing it into World Editor, and then making it compatible for X-Plane 10, specifically X-Plane 10.50, and adding parking spots in there, and in the case of where we're going to be going, I had to add in a traffic flow with the taxiways and the runways, so that way the traffic will actually use the taxiways to taxi to the runway and take off and land, taxi, and go to the parking spot. So I did a little bit of work on that airport that we're going to. So let's talk about that. So we are right here at Aurora Municipal, and we're going to be flying over here to this little airport called Clow International, which is not an international airport. It just has international as a name. I don't know how many airports are like that. I mean, there's a lot of airports in the world, but I'm curious if there's any other airport that calls itself international that's not a huge airport. This is a tiny airport. And it's not big enough for, you know, big jumbo jets to go land on and stuff. It's a general aviation airport, but that's kind of what the international part is. Think of it as an international airport for general aviation to go fly into. When I was doing the X-Plane 11 video, which has a documentary at the end of each video about the airport and going into town and stuff, one of the things that I learned about it is that it's used for people to come into Chicago with general aviation rather than flying into Chicago O'Hare. So it helps alleviate that traffic. So you think of it as an international airport that people from around the country or outside of the country are coming in and landing at that airport. So that's what I mean, just international by name. And that's pretty much what they were saying also. In general, this is the flight plan that we're going to be flying here. So here is Aurora, here is Clow. There is a waypoint here that I don't think is going to be in the Garmin, so I'm not too worried about that. But there is a airport that we have been seeing on the other simulators called the Napier Aero Club. Which is, well, actually just like a little airport in a residential area where people's driveways is where their plane is at. So, hey, you know, must be nice to have money. But yeah, so that's what that is. We're just kind of basically flying over that and then flying south to Clow and landing on runway 18. And one of the other things that we're kind of keeping a little bit consistent with some of the older X-planes is that there was a storm that was rolling in, and that's kind of like what we got going on here. So this is not X Enviro that's on. you can't set the weather. You can't customize it with Xenviro. It's going to download real weather, whether you like it or not. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and get things turned on here. We'll turn this on. I spent some time getting the flight plan already in here, just so we don't have to do it here on the flight. Clow was not in here, which I thought was kind of weird. The airport is in the simulator, but for some reason it's not here in the Garmin. But that's okay. This is the Napier Aero Club. This will give us the general direction of where to go, and then from there, we'll basically just head a little bit south, and we should be able to see it. So we'll go ahead and get things started here. Our traffic is on and going. Well, let's go ahead and pull up the radar display. Let's just see what we got that's flying around. So here's Aurora. Looks like we've got maybe a couple of planes coming in here. Let's take a look here. Now down here in the corner, if you take a look, it'll give you the flight. So this is going from KPLL to KARR. So she is going into Aurora. There's another one over here that looks like they might be coming in. Yep. So got another general aviation. There he is. He's coming in. This is us. We're right here. This is Aurora. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be landing there on runway 36. Can also go to Clow 1 Charlie 5. We just typed that here. Click this button up here. And let's see. This plane here, this one took off from Clow. Yeah, Clow's back there. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Looks like he took off from Clow and he's going to go back to Clow. This one may have left Clow also. Yep, looks like he's going to be going back to Clow too. Zooming out a little bit. Looks like he might be heading there. And plus there's going to be traffic also at Clow that might be taking off, so definitely got stuff that's going on. Let's go ahead and get moving. Their lights are on. I wonder if they're going to be leaving soon. Those are on too. There's a plane over there, I think. Did that one land? I'm not sure. I'm going to take off from runway 36. Looks like a train out there. And birds that are hitting the ground. Dead bird. I don't know what's going on there. Yep. There's one of them right there. There's the airplane. That's the one that we saw. We'll do a flyby over the airport here. Yep, there's one plane that looks like he's taken off. Or he's taxiing. Just there's the other two. Cool. I like seeing that. Okay, so we're 11 miles from the Napier Aero Club, heading 103. Which, that's pretty much what we're going at here. You know, if I can find some texture replacements for X-Plane 10, that would be great. And I don't mean ortho photos. I'm already using ortho photos for X-Plane 11. I don't want to do the same thing for X-Plane 10. I try to make the experience different with each one, you know, unique in their own kind of way. So I'll use different weather programs or ATC programs, traffic programs, stuff like that. I'll look into it. But if any of you have suggestions on ways to enhance X-Plane 10, let me know. Now I did try HD Mesh. I know version 3 will work with this. But I don't know, when I used it in the Chicago area originally, on a recording that didn't quite turn out very well. I didn't like how it, I don't know, something just didn't look right about it. Of course, something doesn't quite look right about that either. I think this is the W2 XP America. Ooh, it's putting buildings inside of the river. I don't know what that is there. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the W2 XP. It gives me an error when I try to load it up. So I don't know if it's working properly, and I don't know what else I could possibly be doing that's wrong. You know, you just load it up. You know, it's in my load order and everything. And it doesn't seem to be making a huge difference, except for that. What is that? So, I don't know. I mentioned on another flight that we'll try different types of things with the simulator throughout the world tour and see what works and see what doesn't work. I don't think W2XP, which I think is World to X-Plane, I don't think this is working out too well, I don't think. How many miles we got here? 4 miles. We should be seeing it here. I wonder if this is it. Wait. I think this is it right here. Now W2XP, I thought it was supposed to put buildings in the right spot and more localized. I thought it was supposed to do something like that. I don't know, if you can all tell me if you're familiar with it, let me know. I'd like to get some information. So yeah, so this is the Napier Aero Club. There's actually a neighborhood that sits right here. So this is not exactly accurate right here. At an angle there. This should be the airport. Although it doesn't look like one, does it? One mile. Yeah, that's got to be it. There should be a paved runway over here. But not seeing one. Okay, well, I guess this one was not done very well. Let's pull up the local Mac, the local Mac. Yeah, let's pull that up here. I'm trying to scroll this around here. Oh, okay. Well, apparently I can't. Sometimes I can scroll, and sometimes I can't. But yeah, you can see it right there. We're flying right next to it, or almost right over it. So there's nothing. That's pretty disappointing. Wow. Because it was there for X-Plane 9. It's crazy. Now, chances are it might be in the scenery gateway, and I could have brought it in that way. So, there are solutions. And when I do these videos, I treat them like a production. It's not just about flying from one airport to another. I put time into it as far as preparing it. Sometimes I may fly it 2 or 3 times until I get something that's decent for a video, because I know sometimes I'll record a flight and it turns out absolutely awful, technical issues or whatnot. So I'll redo it, not to where it's perfect, but where it's acceptable, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I treat them like video productions. So that means that I'll put some work behind the scenes on it, just like you would with any video production. Now the challenge is, where's the airport? I don't know if this is supposed to be here. All this water? I don't know if that's right. I'll know the airport when I see it because of the buildings. I don't think that's it. Might be. This is about the right direction. Tune in Joliet here. 112.30. Trying to get my bearings here. Okay, so a heading of 23. I think we may have passed it. Looks like an airport, but I know that's not it. That doesn't have any buildings on it. That might be Lewis. I think that's Lewis University. Okay, that means Clow's over here. Oh, well, you know, little VFR flying. Never hurt anybody. If I was able to put it in here, we would have been able to find it. Yeah, that didn't work. So now we can still use our local map. Yeah, that was Lewis University. Here it is. Yeah, Lewis University right down here. Here we are. Here is Bolingbrook. Just take a look at this. So looks like we're going to need, if we turn at a heading of 360, do you see that there? That should take us right to Bolingbrook. So there's a lot of great tools here that you can use. It also gives some frequencies up here too. Which we're not going to be using, but now sometimes it's fun just to use the nav radios and try to pinpoint your location and try to find your way that way. That's an airport right there. I think that's a grass runway. Oh, that's it. I think this is it right here. Sometimes it's fun to do that. I mean, I had to do that on the earlier flight simulators. But, you know, looking up the in-game map is not necessarily cheating. You can think of that as having a tablet, you know, on board with you that's got your location and stuff. Yep, that's it. Because it's got like little hangars over here. It's got planes that are parked in the grass over here. Get some flaps down. Well, this is not bad. I mean, at least we can fly by the airport here and you can kind of see some of the stuff that's down here. So the design of the airport, all this was in the scenery gateway, and I downloaded that, and it had some parking spots, but I put in other ones. I am tempted to use ortho photos. These textures get a little tiring to look at after a while. there it is. Looks like they're all taking off from the opposite runway. Let's get out of this guy's way. We got two planes taking off here. Whoop. One went through the other. Did he land? Maybe he just landed. Let's follow suit. We'll turn around here. So yeah, I put in this taxi flow here so that way planes were coming in and landing and taxiing, and it's just really cool to be able to see not only see some life at the airport, but also see that the stuff that you put in there actually works. Now these planes that are over here, this is like kind of hard to see it. Kind of go down here so we can kind of take a look at here. So this is kind of like a little miniature museum that they've got here. There's like 3 different planes, and those are actually there. I don't know if those are the exact planes. These are all parking spots. You can see the little areas right here. Little bits of pavement there to park on. All throughout here is supposed to be parking too. The funny thing is, right here where this 7-Eleven is at, that's actually a restaurant. In real life, there's a restaurant right there. It's a cafe. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about that, watch the X-Plane 11 video. So, like I said, it's a documentary of where it is that we fly to. It's just kind of a neat little thing. Like if I really had a plane and I was traveling around, it's like, you know, doing a documentary, like a documentary show. So it's just tied in with an actual flight simulator as well. Oh, it even blinks. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get everything stopped here. And we're here at Bolingbrook's Clow International. Just in time. We have a plane coming in right there. There's another one. There's another one over here coming in too. So, I know. I just get giddy with this excitement. And you know, and the reason for that is when I was using World Traffic 3, I wasn't getting this a whole lot. Ooh. Well, he's coming in quick. Wham! That'd be totally cool if it hit it and exploded and stuff. But yeah, when I was first using World Traffic 3, I wasn't seeing hardly any traffic, taxing or anything. Watch the X-Plane 11 series, because I got World Traffic 3 for that, and most I was seeing in some places was aircraft landing and taking off, or landing and disappearing, but not taxing. But since then, I've learned a lot more about World Traffic 3 and World Editor, so I'm a lot more familiar with it now than what I was. And so, I don't know, I'd say that X-Plane 10 is probably going off at a much better start than what I did with X-Plane 11. But keep in mind that I did that a couple of years ago, as of the recording of this video, so back in 2018. And I've learned a lot since that time. I think the other one just did a touch and go. That's just the one airplane right there. There's the, I think that was one of the other ones. He came in there and parked. So, cool deal. I don't think we're parked far enough ahead, but that's okay. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it useful. Some of these aren't just about flying, but I'll also, it's kind of, sometimes I'll do kind of like talk about certain add-ons and things, just to kind of give you a little bit more in-depth information behind the actual flight itself. But if you did enjoy this video and found it fun and informative, do me a favor and click that like button. It helps out with the video, leaving comments and sharing the video. The more activity that it gets, the more chances are that other people will see it in their recommended feeds. And they may be X-Plane 10 fans. Maybe they started with X-Plane 10 and didn't really get to see X-Plane 10 with this kind of stuff here. Maybe they only flew it and had just the runways and stuff. Maybe they didn't get a chance to actually see the buildings and see what you could actually do. So yeah, help each other out. I mean, we all love Flight Simulator. We have a great community when it comes to Flight Simulator in general. So help each other out, so that way other X-Plane fans will know about the series. And speaking of communities, we have an awesome one also, the KILR community. So click that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, be a part of the community that we have here, because it's an awesome community. I love everyone that's here. You're all great. Some of you join me on my live streams, and it's just fun. I'm glad to be able to get to know all of you, and you mean a lot to me. There he is. He's taking off. And the notification bell, it's a good thing, so that way you get notified of future flight simulation content, which comes out throughout the week on a weekly basis. Some of these shows are once a week, and some of them are once a month. And I get them scheduled in such a way to where it's consistent. I try to do that, so that way you kind of have an idea of, if you've got a favorite series, then you kind of know when it's going to be coming. But the notification bell is great because it lets you know what's uploaded and when it's uploaded, because there's a variety of stuff that's on the channel. And I mentioned live streaming. I do that on YouTube, but I also do it over on Twitch. And I hope you'll head on over there and give me a follow. I'd love to be able to chat with you and get to meet you. Oh, look, he's going to park over in the grass. That's cool. that there's like a whole bunch of parking spots here in the grass. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in the next episode. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like in World Editor. But yeah, at times with live streaming, I will record episodes, and it gives you all a chance to be a part of the show, and you get to see it weeks and months ahead of time. Also have an Instagram account where I take pictures and photos of projects that I work on behind the scenes. If you're just kind of wondering if it seems like things are quiet and you're wondering, well, what's he up to, go head over to Instagram, and you'll see what it is that I'm up to. And then Twitter, that's our source for official KILR news and announcements. Plus, I do some retweets of things that I think you might find interesting. And Snapchat, hey, that's just for fun. I don't use it all the time, but once in a while, I like to put some fun photos on there with some stickers and stuff. So, hey, if you'd like to follow me there, I'd love to have you there. And then Patreon, for those of you who like what it is, if you like what you see and you'd like to be able to support me on a financial level, I greatly appreciate it. Those funds just go right back into the channel to maybe get better equipment, or something that I'd really like to do is be able to get aircraft and scenery and stuff that I can do reviews on for you folks. So the more support there I get on Patreon, the more opportunities that I'm going to have to be able to put out content like that. So, and I understand with the things that are going on these days, it's kind of tough to do that. But if you are able to do that, I greatly appreciate it. And there are things that you get in return as well for your support. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Again, I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next leg of our journey. Have a killer awesome day.